Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make cornbread without corn. So if you're avoiding corn and missing cornbread, you will love this recipe. There are a few things you will need to prep. First up is buttermilk. You can use any plant-based milk you like. I'm using almond milk, and an acid such as apple cider vinegar or lemon juice. Next up is millet, which will be the substitution for cornmeal. If you're not familiar with millet, it's a seed just like quinoa. The reason I'm using millet and not quinoa here is that millet is yellow and slightly sweet, just like corn. Soak the millet for a couple of hours so it hydrates and softens a little. The last ingredient you will need to prep before putting all the ingredients together is zucchini, which will provide moisture to the cornbread without impacting the flavor or color. When the millet is done soaking, add it to a food processor together with the chopped up zucchini and the buttermilk. Process until smooth. If you don't have a powerful food processor, use a blender so the millet breaks down completely. Now, I made this recipe over 2 days because when I was processing the ingredients, my little one woke up, so I transferred everything into a glass bowl. If he didn't wake up, I would just continue adding the rest of the ingredients into the bowl of the food processor. And by rest of the ingredients, I mean almond flour, a mix of ground white chia seeds and golden flax seeds, vegan butter. I have a recipe for vegan butter on my channel. I will leave a link to it in the description box below. Coconut sugar, baking soda, and salt. Mix all the ingredients together until well combined. If you're planning on making the batter ahead of time and baking the cornbread the next day or a few hours later, I would recommend that you add the baking soda right before baking. Baking soda mixed with acid reacts immediately, so if you let the batter sit at all, the cornbread won't rise properly. Transfer the batter into a greased cast iron pan and bake the cornbread at 350 degrees Fahrenheit until golden brown for about 35 to 40 minutes. And that's it! Corn-free cornbread that tastes just like the real thing. I'm so excited to share this cornbread recipe with you because I know that many of you like cornbread but don't eat corn. And so this is a great alternative because the taste and the texture is really close to real cornbread. How do you like it?
The texture, it's like cornbread. There's no difference. Like, I'm sure you can vary the ingredients in a normal cornbread to get slightly different textures.
Yeah.
But there's a general texture.
Yeah.
And I think this nails it. Like, right in the ballpark. So
you won't be able to tell that there is no corn.
Yeah, really. Like, it's a really good job. And it comes through Petra's excellent chef-like skills in the kitchen and my creativity. We started with the first variant, which was...
It was just millet.
Just millet.
And very little sweetener.
Yeah, and it was very savory. And I don't know how, too earthy in my opinion. So I said, okay, we need to make it a little bit more sweet, which led to the second variant.
Which was just almond flour and quite a bit of sweetener.
Yeah.
So you were like, that's like a cake.
That was like cake.
Yeah.
So then, ta-da, you mix them together. What do you get? Tanner's Midwest cornbread. And thanks to Petra's help, it tastes lovely. It's got a fluctuating groove to it, but an underlying, like, neutral, cooling sensation. It's not a flavor, it's a sensation. I don't know where it comes from, but I'm eating really spicy chili, which will be on the menu in another video.
Yes.
To be continued. This one, it's doing a really good job of making that chili neutral in the aftertaste. So it's like taking away the burn, if that makes sense. It does a really good job of going sweet, savory, cool. Doesn't get in the way of what you're eating though. So as I'm eating the chili, it's just a vehicle for the chili to get to my mouth, right? That's what I want it to be. And then afterwards, it can make its taste known, which it does really well in the aftertaste. But the chili is the star of the show, or whatever you're having your cornbread with, right? It's not about the entree is the entree, not the cornbread. So it stays out of the way until you want it there, which is, I think, a really good attribute of any sort of side dish.
Yes.
It should complement, right? So I think you're going to have a blast with this recipe. If you have anyone that you want to disguise some cornbread and try and trick them, do it with this.
Yes. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, comment below, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time.